The story begins with Kate, a middle-aged woman living alone on her small ranch in the countryside. She has been struggling with grief, moving through each day in silence. Her life now revolves around feeding her horses, finishing chores, and replaying Patty's old voicemails, which are the only comfort she has left. One afternoon, Kate calls a contractor to check her leaking roof. He inspects the damage and tells her the repairs will cost nearly $9,000. Kate is troubled, knowing she doesn't have that kind of money. Hoping for help, she drives into the city to see her ex-husband, Richard, a successful lawyer. When she arrives, she meets Richard's new wife and young daughter, creating an awkward atmosphere. Later, Kate sits in Richard's office and asks him for the money to repair her ranch. Richard becomes annoyed, telling her he can't keep spending on a place that barely survives. Still, he writes her a check, and their conversation shifts toward their daughter, Claire. Richard explains that Claire came to his house a few days ago demanding cash, but he refused, blaming Kate for always giving in to their daughter's whims. Back at the ranch, Kate is working when her dog, Coop, suddenly barks at someone approaching. To her surprise, it's Claire, and Kate is thrilled to see her daughter again. After a warm greeting, Claire asks for her mom's iPad since her boyfriend Ryan threw her phone into the ocean during an argument. She laughs while admitting she tossed his duffel bag off a bridge in retaliation before leaving him. Curious, she checks her messages and sees dozens of frantic texts from Ryan, which amuses her. Later that night, while Kate and Claire share old memories, Ryan shows up outside, battered and panicked. He desperately asks about his bag, revealing it contained half a kilo of drugs belonging to his boss, Jackie, who now wants him dead. Ryan confesses he already told Jackie that Claire was the one who got rid of it, frightening her even more. Kate walks in, confused, but Claire hides the truth and storms off with Ryan. Around midnight, Kate wakes up to noises and finds Claire back home, clearly high. Kate, worried and heartbroken, quietly helps her daughter into bed. The following day, while Claire lounges around, Jackie suddenly appears. She's stunned that he found her, but Ryan has brought him there under pressure. Jackie toys with her before demanding his missing drugs. Shaken, Claire admits she threw them away, which drives him into a rage. He strikes her, and when Ryan tries to defend her, Jackie brutally injures him too. Coop's loud barking alerts Kate, who rushes in to protect her daughter. Jackie introduces himself as a friend, but quickly makes his threat clear. Either Claire returns the drugs or pays him back in cash. After he leaves, Kate, terrified, presses Claire for the truth. Claire finally admits that the bag she tossed had Jackie's stash, though she never knew what was inside. Kate warns her that Jackie will return, but Claire insists he won't. That evening, Kate comes home from the store only to find Ryan and Claire together again. Angered, she storms into the house, while Claire runs after her, apologizing and explaining. The argument grows intense, and Kate retreats to her room, locking the door as Claire bangs furiously on the other side. When Kate doesn't respond, Claire orders Ryan to grab Coop and put him in the car. She threatens her mother, saying she'll abandon the dog far away so he can't return and will die of hunger. Hearing this, Kate rushes out immediately, clutching her dog tightly to protect him. Furious, Claire begins striking her own mother, despite Ryan begging her to stop. Kate stands her ground, refusing to give in, until eventually the troubled couple storms off. The following day, Kate spends time with her close friend, Leigh. They talk about Patty's passing, and Kate admits the only reason she manages to get up every morning is because her horses depend on her. Seeing Kate's loneliness, Leigh offers to stay the night, bringing some comfort. That evening, the two share drinks and dance, giving Kate a rare moment of happiness. But the next day, after Leigh leaves, the silence returns, and Kate listens to Patty's old voicemail again. That night, Kate is fast asleep until Coop suddenly barks. It's Claire, who shows up at the door, trembling and smeared with blood. Alarmed, Kate asks if she's injured, but Claire explains it's Ryan's blood. She says they argued at the campsite, and she shoved him, causing him to fall off a cliff and hit his head. Kate insists they need to call the police, but Claire confesses that before he fell, she struck him with a rock while he was attacking her. Shocked, Kate demands to know where the body is. They step outside, and Kate discovers a sheet-covered corpse in Claire's car. Horrified, she forces herself to remain calm and returns inside. Kate tells her daughter to head upstairs, change her clothes, bag them, and not come out until told. Later, Kate is seen placing the body in a small boat, then loading it into her truck. After driving into a remote spot, she stops, smashes Ryan's phone, and tosses it onto the roadside. She eventually reaches Marsh Creek Lake, drags the boat into the water, and rows to the center. With a heavy weight tied to the body, she lowers it into the depths before returning in silence. Once home, Kate scrubs the car clean and burns both her own and Claire's clothes. She reassures Claire, telling her the situation is under control. She explains that if the police show up, they'll say Claire and Ryan returned home from camping, had a fight, and Ryan left the house, something Kate herself witnessed. It's important Ryan's phone was at their place, so it ties the story together. Nervously, Claire asks where the body is, and Kate admits she sank it in Marsh Creek Lake. The next day, Claire rushes home in fear, telling her mother that Jackie confronted her at a store. She describes how he pulled a gun on her, threatening to kill her unless she told him about Ryan. Kate asks how much money Ryan owed, and Claire confesses it's $10,000. With no other choice, Kate pulls out the check Richard gave her, deciding to sacrifice it to protect her daughter. Not long after, Jackie arrives at the ranch, and Kate hands him the $10,000 in cash. She then tells her daughter that Jackie won't bother them anymore. Strangely, soon after Kate hands over the cash to Jackie, Claire vanishes without a trace. Kate frantically rings her daughter's number and leaves endless messages, but there is no reply. Remembering Claire once used her iPad, Kate opens Find My and manages to pinpoint a location. When she drives there, she finds Claire slumped inside a rundown house, clearly high and sitting with a man. That man steps outside to toss some rubbish, and Kate's blood runs cold when she recognizes him as Ryan. He spots her, yells a warning, and he and Claire scramble out the back and bolt for their car. Kate shouts after them, asking whose body it had been, but Ryan shoves her aside, speeds off, and knocks her to the ground as he leaves. Back at the ranch, Kate logs into Claire's messages and reads a chilling truth. Claire engineered the whole scenario, confident Kate would bend over backwards to fix the mess she made. Overcome by guilt and fear, Kate calls Leigh and confesses everything. That very morning, a stunned Leigh arrives and convinces Kate to come stay with her for a couple of days, saying she's already arranged for helpers to mind the animals. That night, while Kate stays at Leigh's, the couple try to lift her spirits. After dinner, she checks the security feed and freezes. Jackie is shown standing outside her front door. On camera, he demands she step out. When Kate answers that she isn't home, he promises he'll return tomorrow and coldly mentions he knows she dumped a body in Marsh Creek. Terrified, Kate heads straight back to the ranch. The next day, Jackie appears in person. Kate demands to know who the dead young man was. Jackie explains that Ryan, in a bid to pay off a debt, had been moving fentanyl-laced pills, and a local teenager overdosed and died. Terrified, Claire and Ryan turned to Jackie, and together they cooked up a scheme to manipulate Kate into covering it up. A plan Claire willingly played along with because she knew her mother would protect her. Jackie then says he intends to leave town, but first he wants more money. Kate insists she has none, but he refuses to believe her and threatens to anonymously tip off the police about the teen's death. When Kate attempts to flee, Jackie overpowers her and injects her with something, rendering her unconscious. When she regains consciousness sometime later, Jackie announces he has taken her phone, computer, car keys, and house keys, and that she is not to leave the property. He gives her only 48 hours to come up with the cash. He also insists on staying on the property, so Kate reluctantly shows him the small apartment above the barn where Patty used to live. That night, Kate quietly retrieves a hidden iPad she stashed away. Jackie missed it, and reads more messages from Claire full of remorse. Among them, she learns the deceased teen's name, Greg Kaminsky. The revelation hits Kate hard. The following day, Kate tells Jackie a plan. At that moment, Kate's client, Emma, unexpectedly shows up, which frustrates Jackie since he had already canceled all writing lessons from her phone. Kate says she'll handle it, but Jackie insists on stepping out first. He greets Emma, calling himself the new hand at the ranch. Emma explains she just came to pick up her saddle pads. Jackie offers to help, but she snaps at him to stay away. That night, while feeding her horses, Jackie throws her a pack of flares. She tells him he can leave now, but he insists on watching to make sure she follows through. Reluctantly, Kate lights the flares, and only then does Jackie drive off. The terrified animals cry out, but Kate can only listen in despair. Soon, firefighters arrive, but the barn is already destroyed. The next morning, an officer questions Kate, telling her the blaze was clearly arson. He asks if anyone was staying in the apartment above the barn, and Kate replies that her worker Jackie lived there. She says his car was still there when she went to bed at 10, but when she noticed the fire, he was gone, and she's been trying to reach him ever since. To her shock, the officer reveals they discovered a charred body in the apartment and asks Kate to come for questioning. At the station, he explains they've managed to track Jackie down. He asks how they know each other, and Kate calmly states that Jackie was a friend of Claire's who she hired to help with chores. The officer, however, says Jackie denied working for her and even claimed he doesn't know her. When asked if any client ever saw him, Kate recalls Emma meeting him once. The officer also asks if anyone else ever interacted with Jackie, and Kate mentions meeting a boy named Greg Kaminsky, which surprises him. Later, the officer confronts Jackie with Greg's photo, explaining that the burned body matches Greg's identity. Jackie denies knowing him and insists he never stayed at the ranch, but the officer produces a bank statement, proving Kate paid him $2,500 in wages, and Emma confirms having met him. The film then reveals the truth. Kate had orchestrated the entire setup. On the night she stayed at Lay's, the two had gone back to Marsh Creek Lake and recovered Greg's body, hiding it in a freezer. After starting the blaze, Kate deliberately left traces of the flare to make it appear suspicious. Once Jackie drove away, she and Lay carried Greg's frozen body into the upstairs apartment, and then freed the horses before the fire spread. In the present, Jackie tries to explain that Kate originally dumped the body to protect her daughter, but the officer dismisses it. He then shows CCTV footage of Jackie purchasing flares from a store. Enraged, Jackie explodes in anger, forcing officers to restrain him. With Jackie's credibility destroyed, Kate walks free, while Jackie faces charges of arson, murder, and more. Days later, Kate hires workers to clear the burned remains of the barn and finally repairs her roof with the insurance payout. She soon gets a message from Claire begging for forgiveness, but this time Kate ignores it. She throws herself back into ranch work, training students and listening to Patty's voicemails. One evening, Kate is peacefully asleep when Coop suddenly barks. She looks outside and sees Claire standing there in tears. But instead of rushing out with joy, Kate stares coldly, showing no warmth this time. And that's where the story ends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can catch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.